వెల్కమ్ బ్యాక్. కొంచెం ఇటు పెట్టేసి కొద్దిగా. ఇవాళ ఫుల్గా ఉందమ్మా. ఇట్లానే పెట్టమ్మా. ఇట్లాంటి children has come. Hello. Hello, beta. Yes. Wait. Just a moment. I'm setting this. I'll explain you. Yes. ఏం కాదు ఎందుకు అట్లా వస్తుంది? అంతే వస్తుంది వస్తుందమ్మా అట్లా. ఎందుకంటే ఇది ఇట్లా పెట్టడానికి లేదు, మనం దీన్ని ఆరిజినల్ పెట్టి ఫ్లిప్ చేసుకున్నాం. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. యా, వెరీ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. వెరీ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. Hello, welcome back to Gunshot Questions. And today's Gunshot question, actually in Grand Test we have around we have 6 chapters. So the first chapter we have a periodic classification of elements. Periodic classification of elements. Periodic classification of elements. Today I'll explain you just elements. Periodic classification of elements. Yeah, I will give you only questions. So 4-mark question. First, 4-mark question. In features of a modern periodic table. Features of modern periodic table. Modern periodic table. Okay. And this is and second, define ionization energy. Define ionization energy. And explain the factors affecting. Explain the factors affecting. The factors affecting ionization energy. These 2 are gunshot questions, 4 marks, 6 marks. These are the 6-mark questions. And next, I'll give you 4-mark question. 4-mark question. Define atomic radius. Atomic radius. How vary in groups and periods? How vary in groups and periods? In groups and periods. This is 4-mark question. And next 2-mark question. Dauber-Einer. What is Dauber-Einer triad? What is Dauber-Einer triad? Dauber-Einer triad. And next 2-mark question. State Newland's law of octaves. State Newland's law of octaves. Okay. Third, what is Mendeleev's periodic property? What is Mendeleev periodic property? Periodic property. Okay. So if you go through this, you will surely get 10% marks from this chapter. And finally, so this is what actually pinpoint question, exactly question. What is that? among Na and Na plus, which is having more radius, explain. Among Cl and Cl minus ion, among Na and Na plus, which is a greater radius, among Cl and Cl minus, which is a greater radius, explain the reason. This is a pinpoint question. Pinpoint question means what? Tomorrow exactly repeating in the examination. So that focus. See, if you read now itself these questions, surely you will get in the annual examination 40 out of 40 marks. Okay, now I'm going to the next 8th chapter bullet Q questions. Here I'm writing 8th chapter bullet Q question. So the 8th chapter bullet Q, 8th chapter is what actually chemical bonding. Chemical bonding. So in the chemical bonding, first 6-mark question. Okay, what is actually? Explain ionic bond with an example. Explain ionic bond with an example. With an examples. Okay, this is 6-mark question mark. From chemical bonding, explain ionic bond with an example. So second 6-mark question, explain the formation of nitrogen molecule by valence bond theory. Explain the formation of N2 molecule by VBD theory. And next question, explain. These 2 marks are enough. These 2 are for 6 marks. Next I am writing about 4-mark question. So explain covalent bond. And fourth question. Here, what is the VSEPRT theorem? VSEPRT theorem. What is VSEPRT theorem? If you read 4-mark question, these 2 you will get 1 compulsory. Next 2-mark question. 2-mark question, these are the gunshot. So what actually? Write Lewis dot structure. Write Lewis dot structure. Okay. And second, structures of ammonia NH3, water molecule H2O, beryllium chloride BeCl2. So 2 marks, write the Lewis dot structure. Lewis dot structure, you know that like a helium, it has 2 dots, and neon it has 8 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So by keeping electrons around the symbol, that is called Lewis dot structure. You will get 2-mark question. 4-mark, explain covalent bond and VSEPRT theorem. 6 marks, explain ionic bond with an example. Explain the formation of N2 molecule by valence bond theory. These are what actually the questions from 8th chapter. Next gunshot question, 9th chapter. From 9th chapter, what actually? Current electricity. Okay, this is unit 9. So from current electricity, 6-mark questions mark. 6-mark question. One is Ohm's law, its verification. Ohm's law, its verification. So this is what actually 6-mark question. Compulsory. Okay. Compulsory gunshot question.
Sir, what is VSET
Yeah, that is a valence bond, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. VSEPRT. So valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. You are having that question. Once you check it, if you don't know, you text me in YouTube. I'll explain you that answer and I will send you in the form of YouTube short. Okay, this is what actually So now this live is only for gunshot questions, ma. Orally I cannot explain you. I'll explain you after your examination. Daily some questions and their explanation I'll give you. But here I'll give you only gunshot questions. Ohm's law verification ka pakka for 6 mark question. Pakka for 6 mark question in this chapter, and 4 mark question. 4 mark question. R is equals R1 plus R2 numerical problem and proof. And 4 mark question, 1 by R is equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 numerical proof and numerical problems. And third, you are having third question, what actually rho is equals R into A by L. So specific resistance formula and its application. And fourth is equals, what is that? Kirchhoff current law, Kirchhoff voltage law. Means what? This is a Kirchhoff laws. Kirchhoff first law, Kirchhoff second law. That is called junction law and loop law. This is called as a junction law and loops law. So you read this Kirchhoff KCL. KCL stands Kirchhoff current law. KVL means what? Kirchhoff voltage law. Kirchhoff current law is also called as junction law. Kirchhoff voltage law is also called as loops law. So if you practice 4 mark, you will get 1 question. And 2 mark question from this chapter, you will get what is current definition, voltage definitions. Okay, current definition, voltage definition. Next, third, power definition. Power definition. And fourth, what is electric shock? These are the gunshot question. So, electric shock.
Sir, biology questions.
They are asking. Okay, electric shock. Next is short circuit, short circuit. So, I'll give you bio questions tomorrow. So, me and bio sir is also coming to take a live. Me and one more bio sir is coming. So, who is actually expert many years since he's working in a government sector as a teacher, is coming to explain you what are the gunshot questions for the upcoming examination, how to boost your percentage. So that is what actually, so I invited one sir to collaborate with you people to boost your knowledge as well boost to your percentage. Okay children, and this is important question from 10th chapter. You don't forget electric shock and short circuit, it's an important, and numerical problem based on R is equals R1 plus R2. So this is from 9th chapter. And 10th chapter, so that is electromagnetic induction, chapter 10. Chapter 10, electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. So in this electromagnetic induction, 6 mark question. 6 mark questions. First question, what is electric motor? Explain its construction and working. So working and construction. Construction and working. Construction and working. And second, what is a dynamo? What is a dynamo? Explain its construction and working. Same. And these two are the bullet Q questions, ma. And next 4 mark bullet Q question, I am keeping star here. The bullet Q question. So 4 mark question. First question. Applications of electromagnetic induction. Applications of electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. Applications of electromagnetic induction means uses of electromagnetic induction or uses of electromagnetism, which comes under this. And here you are having, there is a 4 mark compulsory question mark.
Sir, both physics and bio exam is also tomorrow.
Yeah, and tomorrow you are having both mark. Okay. So next 4 mark question. So this is 2 mark question, 4 mark question gunshot this one, and 2 mark gunshot from this chapter. Lenz's law and Faraday's law. These are actually gunshot questions, ma. From this, you don't waste your time. Focus more on these questions, which are. And next 11th chapter will give you very few and gunshot from 11th. So 11th chapter, what we called as the study of minerals, metallurgy. Chapter 11 is called as metallurgy. Metallurgy. Chapter 7, metallurgy. So in metallurgy, first question, what is that? Magnetic separation. Here we having magnetic separation. Magnetic separation. First you learn about the ore summa. What is the ore? You don't get, you get 6 mark question from this. What actually activity? Corrosion activity. Corrosion activity, it is a 6 mark question. Like we are having end of this chapter, activity 2 from this chapter. That is corrosion activity, 6 mark question. And 4 mark question from this chapter. So what is thermite process? What is thermite process? Thermite process. Amma, these are gunshot, Amma. These are gunshot. And what is thermite process? And next, what we have from this chapter? Difference between roasting and calcination. Roasting and calcination. Okay. And third is, what is the difference between blast furnace? Difference between blast furnace and reverberatory furnace. Okay. Okay, from this you will get compulsory one question. This is exactly, you will get the question. You feel like you read all this, you practice. You feel not for tomorrow's. You feel like tomorrow only your annual examination. Don't give up. So you go through that night outs you do. Don't worry, because this is the age your body will accept. Even you don't have enough sufficient sleep also, your body will accept. But don't give up. You practice all these questions and their answers. So then it is easy for you in an annual examination. Every day you feel like tomorrow you are having annual examination. Don't expect like your annual examination in month of March. You feel tomorrow only your annual examination. So then only you can achieve and you can boost up your percentage. Okay, 2 mark question from this, gunshot question. What is 2 mark question from this? Figures, magnetic separation. Magnetic separation and froth flotation. Froth flotation. Among these 2 figures, magnetic separation and froth flotation, 2 figures you practice with the labels. Practice with the labels, then surely we'll get one question from this. And here objective type questions we have what is mineral, what is a mineral, and what is a ore. So here in ore, you practice about Epsom salt formula. Epsom salt formula and Cornellite formula. Cornellite formula. So these 2 you practice. So then with this, if you practice this, your preparation is perfect. So then we enter into the 12th chapter. Already explained you from 12th chapter. 12th chapter. So what are the questions in the 12th chapter? What is the name? Chemistry of carbon compounds. Chemistry of carbon and its compounds. Carbon and its compounds. This is the name of 12th chapter, ma'am. This is the name of 12th chapter. From this 12th chapter, 6 mark questions. So, 6 marks we have in a lab activity, esterification. What is esterification? What is esterification? This is 6 mark question. And explain hybridization. sp3 hybridization, sp2 hybridization, sp hybridization. You will get among this one compulsory for 6 marks from this chapter. And next to 4 marks, there are many gunshot questions from the 4 mark. The first gunshot question from the 4 mark, why carbon is a versatile? Why carbon is versatile? So why carbon is a versatile? This is one 4 mark question. And next to 4 mark question, what's the next 4 mark question? Nomenclature. Nomenclature is what actually next 4 mark question. From this nomenclature, you will get one 4 mark question, like they will give you the name. They'll ask you to write name to formula and formula to name. So it's an important question. You practice this. And next 4 mark question, functional groups. Functional groups. I told you, like a functional group is a OH is the alcohol functional group, COOH carboxylic functional group, NH2 ammonia functional group, CHO aldehyde functional group, and CO ketone functional group, COO it is a ester functional group. These functional groups, it's an important so that practice this. Okay. And next from this 2 mark question. Next 2 mark questions. What are the 2 mark questions we have from this chapter? We have from this chapter 2 mark question. What is a catenation? What is the catenation? Catenation is an important 2 mark question. And difference between graphite and diamond. Difference between this time 2 mark question. Difference between graphite and diamond. Graphite and diamond. So from this chapter, you're having these questions. And now I'll be back because anyone you're having my contact number, you send me the syllabus of bio. So then immediately, so I will call another sir through online. Then I will send you the link again, once again live for the bio, because I don't know, I planned that bio exam is day after tomorrow. So tomorrow if you bio, you send the syllabus. So immediately I'll call a bio teacher through online, and I will put the live once again after 5 minutes. Until then, you don't give up practice. Your mind should be only practice. You extract all, divide and vanish your other thoughts, and playing chill with your friends. Your mind is completely should be focused only practice. Score 600 out of 600. So thank you for coming. And before you leave, like, if you like it is what the YouTube algorithm, it push the video to many people. So like when you like it, it pushes to many other students, like they also learn this. So that before you leave, like, and those who didn't subscribe, if you subscribe, it is boost for my interest, sake of my interest. Hope you subscribe, and you suggest your friends to subscribe. Okay, so we'll back once again after 5 minutes. Okay, keep watching and keep continue. I'll be back soon. Thank you.
मारे
हाँ कर निकाल दो।